And welcome back to another edition of the St. Mary of the Woods Sprint Football Coaches Show. My name is Ace Hunt. I'm alongside the head coach of the Pomeroys, Blaine Powell. We are sponsored today, as we are all season long, by Quality Roofing of Indiana. And speaking of Quality Roofing of Indiana, you finally, the last two games, you've really gotten that running game going. And Darren Hazard, one of two tailbacks to go over 100 yards. I know that's something you try to establish early every game.
Yeah, we do, and both backs did a great job. It was really nice to see Keandre get in there and have a good game like that, and get a breakaway run there in the third quarter. Darren did a great job the whole game. I think he ended up with 17 carries in the game. That's about where we want to keep him.
Yeah.
And really. But it all starts up front, and our offensive line did a great job. I mean, they're more physical than they were, and took care of business, and took us a little bit.
Yeah.
But we had drives down there, and that's one thing we got to get better at is punching it in when we get inside the 20 and then 10, and finishing drives. And I think that'll help us with the way we start off games.
Yep.
But yeah, really proud of the run game.
54-26 victory over Bellarmine, as the Pomeroys are victorious on the road, find themselves tied at 4-0 on the season with Calumet College of St. Joseph, and at least through 3 years of the Midwest Sprint Football League, it seems like it's the Pomeroys and Calumet battling it out at the top every year.
Yeah, and we watch film on them throughout the year, and I'm sure they do us too, and you can see, I mean, they're a very talented, well-coached team, and, if both of us take care of business, it ought to be a really good matchup on the week after this one. So
that's right. Before that, it's a rare Friday night game coming up this week, as the Pomeroys will travel to Walsh over in North Canton, Ohio. Playing on a Friday night. I think you've coached football on a few Friday nights in your past.
Brings back some good memories, I'll tell you that. But yeah, we're excited about it. Get to play under the lights, and get to play in some cool weather for once.
Yes,
it's been mid 80s or 90s every game this year, so we're kind of looking forward to that weather break. But it'll be a good test for us. I mean, they're very athletic. Got a really good defense. They're still trying to piece together offense a little bit and get it started, But you can see the talent there, and they've had a bye week, so, they've had time to kind of, get healthy and then get that offense rolling. And, we definitely have to be prepared.
Last season, the Bellarmine game was 56-50 in double overtime. You were well into the second quarter this week, and it was 0-0. Talk about that first quarter. It's not for a lack of red zone chances in that first quarter. You moved the ball, just couldn't finish the drive, it seemed like.
Yeah. It just seemed like, we didn't execute, a couple times down inside the 20. And then defensively, we had them pinned a couple times and let them off with a long pass. And that's something we really got to take care of, is our pass defense. It's got to get better, as simple as that. And but offensively, I feel like we're getting to where we need to be. We just, it's those we have to understand those crucial moments a little bit, and understand, the decisions we make during that is important, and we got to make sure that we understand the magnitude of being inside the 4-yard line or being inside the 3, and take advantage of the defense a little bit better. But we'll continue to work on that, and it makes you kind of feel good that we are leaving points out there. It's better than just 3 and outs, But it's still something that we definitely need to take care of.
Offensively, I thought, as he told me upstairs in the coach's office, Marcus Reese. I guess I've been calling him Marquise. So
Marcus.
He let me know about that.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that. So Marcus Reese, 6 catches, over 150 yards, 2 scores. He had a couple of really right around. You always talk about wanting to sandwich halftime, and he did that perfectly, almost by himself, scoring 3 minutes to go in the first half, and then one play, 62 yards there in the start of the third quarter.
Yeah, and he did have a great game. He had a few drops there early in the game, and it was good to see the rest of the team, keeping him up on the bench and not letting him get down on himself, because he's electric when he gets the ball in his hand, and we try to get it to him as much as we can and move him around a little bit, and we have a lot of weapons on the outside that we try to use, and he's definitely one of those, and he's got a lot of speed. I mean, he can split. The one that he scored there to start the second half, he just split the safeties.
Yep.
And that was an RPO, it was a run play, good read by Jeremiah getting him the ball, and great play by him, getting to the end zone and kind of jump starting us that second half. So, but Marcus is definitely a very talented young man, I'll tell you that, and we're blessed to have him on our team.
Coming in to the game on Saturday at Bellarmine, it was the top two offensive teams in the league. But when we come back after the break, we're going to talk about the Pomeroy defense against the Knights. Some big plays on defense and scored in some ways you don't see too often as well. We'll have more about the big win over Bellarmine when we come back. We're sponsored today and all season long by Quality Roofing of Indiana. And welcome back to the St. Mary de Woods Sprint Football Coaches Show. My name is Ace Hunt alongside Blaine Powell, and we're still talking about the game at Bellarmine. We talked extensively in the first part of the show about the offense, but really it was the defense that really won you that game, and especially plays like Austin Petrillo. He had 2 interceptions, and he even had a key one right before halftime. Stopped Bellarmine in the red zone and gave the Pomeroys the ball back. Big plays for Austin.
Yeah, Austin's our quarterback on defense. I mean, he directs everybody on where to go, where to line up, what we're in, any kind of checks and things like that. He does an excellent job with that. Probably one of the best I've ever coached, and he's always in the right place at the right time, and he made 2 big plays. The one right before the half, you're right, that was a key play. They were driving, and he took it away from them, and then the block kick, to set up Darius Minion's return for a PAT. And that was big at the time because it took it from a 2-score game to a 3-score.
Yep.
And, that 2-hour-long third quarter we had, I didn't think that was a big play during that time. But yeah, Austin's couldn't ask for any more out of that kid.
Well, during that same 2-hour time frame, all you Alabama fans were sweating out that South Carolina game too.
I'm glad I missed it.
But it was an exciting second half. As your son Trey said, I can't go up there and talk too much trash because it was an almost.
Yeah, almost don't count.
Let's talk about St. Mary of the Woods. In the third quarter, you also scored on a safety. It was 4 turnovers in that marathon you're talking about, but it was the Pomeroy defense that really sealed that thing for you in the second half.
Yeah, especially, we made them one-dimensional is really what we wanted to do. We want to take away that run game. Even though they were a team that passed the ball a lot coming in, you still want to take away the run game. Number one, the Gant kid had been, doing just outstanding for them as far as just, running the ball, catching the ball. He had a few catches against us, but we held him to, I think, negative yards rushing. Yep. They ended up with 29 rushes for 28 yards, and him and Brendan Reed, who's been one of the top backs in the league over the first 3 years here, we were able to bottle him up. We got pressure on the quarterback. Our D-line has played outstanding throughout the season, and they continued that this week. Felt like our linebackers did a good job inside anytime there was a run play. Outside linebackers got pressure whenever we needed it. So we just have to shore up the coverage problems, and I think we'll be pretty tough to beat.
talk about facing. You faced Harold Davis several times now here, and that's a longtime high school coach against longtime high school coach. Playing at the collegiate level. It has to be pretty cool for you guys.
It is, and it's good to get a catch up with him before games and everything. And you can always count on his teams. They're going to be sound in all three phases. Be well coached. It don't take you long to figure out what schemes they're running, which that's a testament to how they do things. I mean, everything's clear, and he does a great job there. And Bellarmine's always going to be a tough opponent, just because of their coaching staff and what they do with them. So, but it is, Harold's great to catch up with.
And we turn our focus here for the last couple of minutes of the show to Walsh over in just north of Canton, Ohio. This is the last scheduled road game of the year for the Pomeroys, so it's going to be a big one. That's another stat I find amazing. 10 all-time road games now for St. Mary of the Woods football, and you're 10-0. That's hard to do.
I think that just goes. We don't really make a big deal out of it. We basically keep it just part of. We keep it the same every time. Here's what time the bus is leaving. We don't talk about how early it is or how late. Whatever, but. We just keep everything the same, and we know we're going over there and to play a game and come home, and that's what our kids do.
Head coach over at Walsh is Lamar Stewart, and this time last year, they were struggling to keep enough players around to get up a game as the calendar got toward November, and now they're in these games competing. They're fighting for that number 4 seed. I mean, this is going to be a dogfight.
Yeah, and it will be just because of that. That's what me and Coach Griff were talking about last night. Was with Quincy's loss, it basically opens up the door for everybody.
Yep.
Everybody's still fighting for that last spot, and we have to be aware of that and understand that that they want to come in, defend their home field against us, and and they've had a bye week, like I said, to get a little bit healthier and plan for us a little bit. They get that extra week to plan. And we have to. We're coming off a big win and then got a short week, so we definitely have to prepare really well this week and be ready to go.
I would ask you for the keys to the game, but it's pretty much the same every week, and you really against Bellarmine accomplished everything you talk about every week. I think this week's key is going to be those practices on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah, definitely. And we're going to try to get there early enough on Friday to at least have our walkthrough, and then head to the stadium, and then we'll be staying all night that night. But so it's a little bit different, than what we're used to. But like I said, our kids are usually pretty good about adjusting to anything that we need to do. And but Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday are big for us this week. We got to be sound in everything that we want to do game plan wise, and be ready to go.
Well, Coach, good luck to you.
Thank you.
This week, I can even pull for your Crimson Tide race away now.
Third Saturday in October, man.
It's a big one.
It's a big one.
You against Grant Pugh and the Volunteers this week.
Yep.
Thanks for joining us, Coach. Once again, 7 p.m. on Friday night at St. Mary of the Woods College. They're playing at Walsh of Ohio, last road game of the year. Check out the legend John Montgomery on WNDI, as he'll be over with the team as well. And we thank you for joining us, and look forward to catching up with you next week as we talk about the Walsh game and we preview the last home game of the year against Calumet. My name's Ace Hunt for the Coach Blaine Powell. You've been watching the St. Mary of the Woods Coaches Show here on stmaryofthewoodsathletics.com, brought to you as always by Quality Roofing of Indiana. Go Palmer.